Like most people, I've had a core group of riding friends for a while now, and while we're always good for a ride on the weekends, busy schedules can keep some of us off the trails during the week. Luckily, I got myself added to a ride email list which has over 20 riders, which almost guarantees that if you want to ride, you're bound to find at least one other person willing to join you. Today, about 10 people responded to the call, and we are riding one of my absolute favorite places, Rockland Preserve in Madison, Connecticut. The full tour of Rockland weighs in at just over 15 miles. I've painstakingly imported my Strava ride of this epic into MTB project. So if you're looking to do the whole thing, check out the description of this video for a link to that page. Unlike most trails in Connecticut, Rockland is extremely well maintained, trails are marked, and there are maps at nearly every major intersection. For today's ride, we decided to serve up a smaller portion of trails, which include the newest one, Rishi. Rishi features skinnies, rollers, and a bunch of fun jumps.
Coming in. Nice. Got a nice jump line coming up.
As you can see, Rishi is a blast to ride. From here we rode a few connector trails up to Summit Station and then onto Mary's Ghost. Mary's Ghost starts fast and twisty and features a big drop which, up until today, I've always ridden around. I decided to follow one of the more skilled riders who normally hits the drop to see if that makes a difference.
That's it. Woo! More like falling with style, but I did it.
After Mary's Ghost, we continued on to Thunderdome, a staple of Rockland, a badass trail name, and the backbone of the Blue Loop. We didn't ride the entire thing, but couldn't help taking a few runs at the roller and 2 jumps before turning off onto Dirt Church. And since the cameras were rolling, one of us had to botch a jump. Like a good cameraman, I stopped filming and made sure he was okay. And then Randy tried to kill me. Okay, maybe I'm being a little dramatic here. Anyways, we soon moved on to Dirt Church. When this trail was first cut, I preferred to stay on Thunderdome. But as it has evolved throughout the years, the decision to split off onto Dirt Church or ride the rest of Thunderdome has become much harder to make. Dirt Church is mostly downhill and as a result has a bunch of really excellent berms, and recently a few little kicker jumps have been built which are a welcome addition.
Not bad at all.
Not right?
No.
And Dirt Church wraps up with this fast, fun, rip-roaring good time of a downhill, which drops you at the beginning of Darkside.
Nice. This is new. Yeah!
here we are, Darkside, the second to last trail for today's ride. If we're totally honest with ourselves, Darkside is a cross-country trail through and through. But somehow the way it's built makes it feel like something else. There's just enough playtime and breaks from climbing that over the years it's become one of my favorite trails to ride.
Whoa, nice, dude.
Nice. Well done.
And finally, here we are. A quick blast halfway up Bambi and onto Mag 5. I sometimes find myself using the same terms to describe trails, so for this one, I'll read a short blurb from the town's website. Mag 5 represents the 5 magnificent trail segments that make the loop. Riders wind down and around bony, jarring, and exciting 2+ miles of the most challenging terrain within Rockland Preserve. Mag 5 has plenty of stunt options, along with steep climbs and descents along rock-lined ridges.
Yes!
Clearly, I was very pleased with my performance there. It looks like it's playtime again.
Nice, Rob. Yeah! Nice.
And just before we could finish the first trail segment, I had a little mishap on this feature that I've done about 1,000,000 times before. Luckily, everything was fine, which is good because I wouldn't want to miss the challenging technical downhill that wraps up the first third of Mag 5. Mag 5 continues beyond what we've seen today, but because we were losing light, I decided not to record the rest of the trails, with the exception of this big rock roll at the end of the second large section. And that's just a small taste of what Rockland has to offer. If you're within driving distance of Madison and you haven't been here yet, get in your car right now and check it out. Thanks to everyone who came out for the ride today, and thank you for watching this very long video. Now it's your turn. Get out there and ride.